Here's the central intellectual problem of bureaucratic governance, and it's known as the principal agent problem. Let me set it up. The principals, the people who are democratically accountable for government action, are the president, Congress, and ultimately the electorate. But the principals can't personally do the work of administration. They have to delegate it to agents, the bureaucracy, and the agents' preferences, expertise, and information may differ from the principals in ways that are difficult to monitor and correct. A career civil servant at the EPA knows vastly more about the technical details of clean air regulation than any member of Congress. That expertise is necessary. Without it, the rules couldn't be written competently. But that same civil servant may have preferences about environmental policy, professional commitments to particular regulatory approaches, or simple bureaucratic inertia that lead them to implement laws differently from what Congress or the president intended. That's the principal agent problem in concrete form. How do you get the agents to do what the principals want? Congress has several tools. The most fundamental is the power of the purse. Agencies can't spend money Congress hasn't appropriated, and conditions attached to appropriations constrain discretion. Statutory authorization defines what an agency can do, and Congress can expand, narrow, or revoke that authority. Legislative oversight runs through committee hearings, Government Accountability Office investigations, Inspector General reports, and informal contacts. Political scientists distinguish police patrol oversight, systematic monitoring, from fire alarm oversight, relying on constituents, interest groups, and media to alert Congress when an agency acts against their interests. And the Congressional Review Act allows Congress to disapprove major rules within 60 days by simple majority plus the president's signature. The president's tools are different. Political appointees in senior agency positions translate the president's agenda into administrative action. OMB's regulatory review process, which we'll revisit in Section 7, requires agencies to submit significant rules for cost-benefit review. Executive orders direct agency behavior. The threat of reorganization or budget cuts shapes incentives. And removal authority, the power to fire political appointees who don't implement the agenda, is the most direct tool, though as we saw, its scope over independent agency heads is contested. Finally, you should understand bureaucratic discretion. No statute can anticipate every circumstance. Some delegation of judgment to expert administrators is necessary, but discretion creates opportunities for agencies to pursue institutional interests or ideological commitments that diverge from elected principles. And street-level bureaucrats, social workers, police officers, immigration enforcement agents, benefits processors exercise enormous discretionary judgment in their daily work. The aggregate of those individual judgments is how law is actually experienced by the public.